This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social. Delighted to be joined here, as always, by the British cruiserweight champion Lawrence Okolie. We're here at the Charlie Edwards Angel Moreno press conference in London. Lawrence, first of all, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very well. Now we've observed the pleasantries. Congratulations on your return to the ring at the weekend.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
What did you make of your performance?
Yeah, it was all right. I'm going to watch it back again today. At least I can watch it back. I don't have the greatest attention span when it comes to fights, so I like my fights under 4 rounds, so it was good to get that done.
Looked like you were working on a few different things. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that I was doing in there, like looking for different angles. I didn't really get many opportunities. I think there was 2 times where we came in close, so I could work on a little positions on the inside. I'm never going to be like a inside hooker and like having tear-ups on the inside. That's just not what my dimensions are, and that's not what my mindset is. But little tricks, little movement patterns, and also what I thought was going to happen, which is now, you know, referees, etc., are going to be a lot more on me. Like before the fights, during the fights, I'm not holding. So it's good that I've been working a lot on that stuff. But the fight on Saturday wasn't the one to show what I've been working on fully. But you know, it's coming.
You said something in the post-fight interview that interested me. You're somebody who strikes me as somebody who has an overwhelming self-confidence, which is part of the reason why you've had the successes that you've had. You mentioned the fact that before you went on, you were a little bit nervous about your last fight against Askin wasn't the greatest fight by your own admission. Just talk to me a little bit about that. It surprised me to hear that.
Yeah, it's different. I never had any doubts I was going to win the fight by stoppage as well. But it's, was I going to fall over my feet? Also the mental stuff. So obviously, like, I've always been able to get away with, as I said, being big, being strong, being athletic. That's got me through my whole amateur career. Obviously, I'm smart and I know what I'm doing in a boxing ring, but I've never watched myself and said, "Oh wow, that's Lemachenko-esque" or anything like that. But I wanted to see if I could do stuff I've been doing in training and sparring in the fight, like specific stuff, as opposed to instinctual, and I was able to, so I was happy with that.
So you switched southpaw, not something I've seen you do before. Was that kind of something you've been working on, or was that kind of a in-the-moment thing?
I think I've definitely been working on it, but it's like I've got a lot of stuff that's within myself that I know, but being able to express it has been difficult because I feel like mentally I've kind of put a hold on myself and played it safe. So the safe thing for me used to be big, be strong, hit them hard, get rid of them, or if they get inside, maybe tie them up or whatever. Where now, with the knowledge that I'm getting in training, it's more, there's other stuff you can do. They can throw punches at you, you're not within range, you can move in this sort of pattern, little stuff. And the fact is, I never get really beat up in sparring or anything, so why am I anticipating getting it happen in a fight? And just going out there with a bit more confidence.
Now, you were tremendously self-aware after the Askin performance. I loved your burger analogy. But do you think in hindsight, or maybe not in hindsight, but as your career unfolds, do you think the Askin fight, being what it was, will actually help you going forward, become a more rounded fighter? Yeah,
100%. That fight, along with the Chamberlain fight, allowed me to understand stuff about myself and stuff about what I do to people in the ring. Obviously, every fighter knows it's daunting in its own way. You can be as confident as you like, but every fighter has their own pluses and minuses. And I'm obviously a lot bigger than most guys in my weight class. And if I'm not bigger, I'll be stronger, or I'm physically. It's hard to say because as boxers we're not really intimidated, but I'm physically, I've got a lot of presence, a lot of aura, and also, obviously I hit reasonably hard, so people are going to react in a certain way. Some people react in a way where it's okay, let's have it. Some people are technically good enough to maybe go defensive and, you know, go on the back foot. Some, like Askins for example, he was good enough to sort of wait for me to shoot shots, slip in, get on the inside, but he tried to work on the insides. I wasn't going to let that happen, so it was good to know, because of my physical attributes, these are the options of my opponent. Now what do I do if they go with option A, option B, option C, and work from there?
First time we've seen you working with Coach Barry Robinson. I think Eddie mentioned it in the press conference, very vocal at ringside. Just tell me about the experience of working with him and what you feel he added to your game on the night.
He's good, just a reassurance during the fight. Not even reassurance, but there's that, you know, instructions during the fight. I think you could even hear him on Sky talking, and in the arena I'm sure everyone could hear him. Just little reminders, because same when I was on the GB team as well, it's like I'm really good at doing stuff, but sometimes I get sidetracked because I'm landing the jab. All right, let me get the right hand off, and then I start just thinking about damage as opposed to, hold on a minute, this is a boxing match. Chill out, do this, do that. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, keep it long. So just to keep myself mentally switched on.
So that's the past. Let's talk about the future. You're fighting Wadi Camacho, a unified British and Commonwealth cruiserweight title bout. Talk to me about the fight.
Yeah, it's going to be potentially a good fight. Well, it'll be a good finish to the fight. It's hard to say really because you know what Wadi comes every time he comes to fight. Usually throws a lot of punches. I've been to maybe 2 of his last 3 fights because he boxed on the same shows as some of my friends. So you see he's been working on, you know, tactics, you know, maybe being patient, throwing shots, going back, but it's been at a different level, a whole different kettle of fish, as he'll soon find out, and that's it.
Been brewing for a while between you on social media. I know you've mentioned this about several of your other opponents as well. That always seems to go that way. Can we expect to see any spice in the build-up to this fight?
Not really, because he seems to come with a different energy in person as online. So online, he's talking, he's got all the jokes. Him and other cruiserweights are all laughing together, but in person it's all, yeah, business, you know, blah, blah, blah. But we'll see. If it gets spicy, it gets spicy. But regardless, nothing's going to stop what I'm going to do in the ring. I'm going to go in and just work on all the stuff that I've been working on. I might instigate a couple clinches to see if I can, you know, move around in there. I'm going to try maybe a bit more southpaw, a bit more relaxed. Yeah, I'm just gonna practice. This is the level that you have to practice at.
How does that fight end?
It depends how I feel. If I'm pumped on the day, I might stop him in like maybe 3 rounds, something like that. But then if I actually go in 100%, you know what, round 1, I'm gonna try defend the southpaw jab. It depends. Like I might have set game plans. Obviously, if it ends up being he ends up doing stuff that I'm not aware of, I'll get rid of him that round. But I feel I'm gonna work on stuff in the fight.
Just finally, final word on AJ. By all accounts, he's going to be fighting Jarrell Miller in New York. Obviously, we're waiting for an announcement on that fight. If I'm mistaken, I apologise, but if that fight does happen, how do you see that fight going?
I think it'll be like a mid-round stoppage. Mid-round stoppage. Obviously, Miller's quite a big guy, and you know, but he's not that tall from what I've heard. So I think it'll be a breakdown. He's obviously done kickboxing and other stuff like that, so he's used to taking kicks to the head, lots of damage. He's 300 pounds, so it'll be a steady breakdown, I think.
Okay, well, Lawrence Okolie, always a pleasure catching up with you. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to catching up with you soon.
Sweet, thank you.